Federal funding cuts have already impacted health care, education, other programs in Connecticut. Now, the state wants to hear from those who feel the squeeze and maybe feel it more than others. Democratic Governor Ned Lamont today launched an online tool through which Connecticut businesses, nonprofits, and cities can report impacts directly to his office. And the governor joins me now. Governor, good to see you. Seems like this is an effort to verify and humanize something you already know.
Hey, Major, great to see you. Look, the incoming from Washington is, every day or even more frequent. We got to know how it impacts people. It impacts our universities, it impacts our not-for-profits. I got commissioners, sometimes the portal for childcare turns on, sometimes it's off. So this online portal is one way we can help keep up and manage.
So the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, today filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration over tariffs, saying that they're illegally applied and that he's already having to rewrite his own budget because of the economic impacts. Two questions. Do you support that idea of suing the Trump administration over the imposition of tariffs? And is your own state budget having to be rewritten because of them?
I don't think so, but I can tell you that tariffs are incredible uncertainty. They're putting a drag upon our economy. We're a big aerospace state, so we import, say, $3.5 billion worth of parts from Canada. That's going to add to the price of jet engines at Pratt & Whitney. If they want to put 20 or 30% on hydropower, that's going to jack up the price of electricity in my region. Tariff is a six-letter word for tax, and it's costing us a lot.
Some of these federal spending cutbacks are related to diversity, equity, and inclusion. How do you process that? And what is your answer to administration assertions repeated over and over that anything that is DEI is by its very nature racist?
I think it's so far off. We have a group, we go to every single neighborhood in the state. We work very hard to make sure the best and the brightest, whatever your background, have an opportunity to serve in state government, to be a teacher, to be an engineer. We do have somebody who's in charge of opportunity for our state. She comes out of Pratt & Whitney, that woke jet engine company, making sure the best and brightest do that. Look, I don't care about the word DEI, but I do care about the word opportunity. We're not going to change our stripes.
And Governor, as I understand it, at least 50 students with visas studying in Connecticut have had those visas revoked by the Trump administration. Is there anything you can do to stop that, and what effect do you think that's having on education in Connecticut?
Look, our universities are one of our greatest strengths here as a state and as a country. People from around the world want to come to Connecticut, come to America. We're scaring them off. We're saying you're not welcome. And by the way, Major, I've got a lot of Hispanic kids who are afraid to go to school right now and are staying home. They're just going to wait and see. All that talk about mass deportation is just slowing down opportunity for these kids.
Is there anything you as the governor can do to either voice your concerns or help these people who are so nervous about the current situation?
I could tell these kids, come to school, you're safe in school. Our teachers are teaching. We're not asking people immigration status. We're not getting involved in that. We want you to come to school. We need you. Same for our universities. We want those people there. We'll do everything we can to protect you. But look, you're right. All of a sudden, 50 people lose their visas. They're good kids doing the right thing in our colleges. They want to make a difference. Now they're going home.
Governor, I want to ask you about, you mentioned the universities in Connecticut. Of course, New Haven is home to Yale, a great university in America, often mentioned next to Harvard. Harvard has now fought the administration, will fight the administration over its attempt to, and I will quote the Wall Street Journal editorial board this morning, micromanage Harvard's hiring practices and lots of other things unrelated to anti-Semitism. Do you fear that Yale could be next? I know there's an effort to fortify Yale, to resist anything from the Trump administration. Evaluate what you see playing out right now.
I hope that Yale and Trinity and Wesleyan and Fairfield and UConn and all of our great universities follow Harvard's lead. You don't need the heavy hand of the federal government telling these institutions how to teach, how to hire, and who to recruit as students. Let the great universities handle it themselves.
And do you think there is something larger at stake here when it comes to this effort to get into the day-to-day management of a great American university like Harvard, because Yale might be next?
Look, there's a lot at stake. It's billions of dollars that Harvard put at risk by saying we're not going to compromise the academic independence of our institution. Look, they have great researchers who are being recruited by colleges in Canada and colleges in Europe and colleges in China saying you can study here, you can research here with no strings attached. We got to make sure that we maintain our academic independence.
And there is a heavy New England focus to our conversation, Governor, not Connecticut, but Maine. Also getting very aggressive treatment by the Trump administration over the question of transgender athletes in women's sports. How do you evaluate that issue and what's going on in Maine?
I was sitting next to Governor Janet Mills at that meeting at the White House where President Trump, at the end of about 45 minutes, says, "Where's that Governor Maine?" I saw on social media there may be a trans athlete running. We're going to dock you, $100 million. She said, "I'll see you in court." You know what he said? "I am the law. We are the law." She said, "I'll see you in court." You got to watch out. I mean, this is a great encroachment of the federal government on our individual liberties. I hope more people stand up like Janet Mills and Harvard did.
Governor, it's been a pleasure. I appreciate the time, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.